don't think I've ever met a bigger bullshnitter than Fester.
It's really amazing.
I will say that Fester is one of the most quintessential bowlers of all time.
It's my gift.
Which is why you're so successful in the RV business.
Yeah, you're in sales and you're in radio, so you're really fulfilling your destiny.
Use
Now,
that mouth of mine.
Fester, have you ever had an IQ test by any chance?
I bet you have a high IQ.
I don't think I have. No, I never have.
Never had an IQ test. Well, could this finally explain why that classmate who BS'd his way through an exam often scored higher than those who actually studied? I don't know many of those, actually. But the study also concluded that skilled bullshnitters were not necessarily frequent bullshnitters.
That's exactly true. You got to pick and choose.
They give silver bullets
Yes,
and
listen,
BS.
If you're laying it on thick every day, then you call yourself out. But if you sprinkle it in appropriately,
Then you become that guy.
where it's believable enough, and you deliver it with such confidence that there's no choice but to believe you.
You can't let people know you're a fraud deep down.
Seriously.
Ever.
Researchers used 1,017 participants in 2 different studies, examined correlations between cognitive ability, the willingness to BS, and the ability to do it well. The participants were shown 10 concepts and asked to use a 5-point rating scale ranging from never heard it to know it well or understand the concept to rate their knowledge of concepts. 6 of the concepts, such as sexual selection theory and general relativity, were real, while 4 concepts, subjunctive scaling, declarative fraction, genetic autonomy, neural acceptance, were completely made up.
What?
The willingness to bullshit
Oh, yeah.
was then measured based on those who claimed to have knowledge of all of these made-up concepts.
Fester.
Oh, yeah, I know all about that. Yeah, I studied that back in, I think, my 3rd year in college.
Fester knows what neural acceptance is, right, Fester?
Yeah.
No, tell us what neural acceptance
Yeah.
is.
Neural acceptance is when you are accepted amongst your peers on a more cognitive level.
Sounds good. That sounds official. That really does.
It's how you deliver it.
That sounds like something you could deliver at a cocktail party with.
Seriously.
And if you didn't see him, but he used his hands in a really official way.
You have to a little bit of hand talk there. Look people in the eyes when you say it. and
Really
then-
confident.
If you really want it, nod while you're saying it. If you nod while you say it, people will buy it.
I've known Fester since about 1995 or 1996, and I don't think I've ever met a bigger bullshnitter than Fester.
It's really amazing.
I mean, to the point where I think it's over 99% of what comes out of his mouth is false.
Hey, by the way, you look great today. You really do. Is that a new shirt? You look fantastic, MJ. No,
That's a
really.
good question. That's a good question.
I love this story.
I do too.
I'm glad you asked.
I was asking Fetcher some of his
Thanks.
cliche salesman. He goes, well, you say, I'm glad you asked a lot.
Only to the wife.
And then you say,
Good question.
You say, that's a good question before everything.
It's a great question.
It's a good question. It's a good question, Roxanne.
I'm learning a lot.
Not to the husband. Nobody cares about the husband.
So if this is accurate, that bull bleeping, bull is a sign of intelligence, that Fester has the largest brain with the highest IQ on the planet.